3, 2, 1.
Here we go! Hello everybody, welcome back to the closet, and we have a special guest that knows a little bit too much about me. We could get serious, we could get emotional, we could get, if we happen to remember half of the things we've done in our lives. Lexxi Lockhart, everybody, clap. Hi.
We don't have a budget. Yeah, of course, I don't have a budget. Do you see?
Okay.
All right, so Google her, whatever. So we worked a lot together.
We did.
We did. We worked a lot. We worked a lot together. We are very close friends for over 16 years, I think it is already.
Oh gosh, it has to be.
It
Yeah,
has to be
yeah.
like-
I think next year it'll be 16 years.
Yeah, next year is
which
the
is basically next year. So
Yeah.
we're good.
So we're 16
Safe
years
to say
in.
16.
16 years in.
Wow, we could have like a child together.
I mean, we do. It's my oldest son got married. She came down for the wedding, and she has not done this since before Corona.
Correct.
So what she used to do is she used to come on summer, like around July,
Yes.
right? And we'll pick up my kids. We'll stay for a little bit in my house, then pick up my kids and take it to her house, and I will have a whole week of doing nothing, having no.
Oh yeah, I never thought about it from your angle.
Yes, a whole week of having nothing, no responsibility, nothing. I didn't even pick up the phone. Okay,
Even if I called,
Yeah.
I had her kids.
No, for years we did this, but Corona came, nothing happened that year, la 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 la. Fast forward, we're here now. Her kid the kid that she used to babysit, got married, and she couldn't miss the wedding. So
Couldn't miss it. Had to come.
yes, and she's been here for a week and a week and a day. You've been here since, yes.
Oh yeah.
A week and a day.
Yeah, you're right.
A week and a day. And before we used to do a lot of things.
Oh, for sure.
But now we
We're
pick one thing a day.
And it doesn't even have to involve leaving the house. It's just one thing. It could just be one thing here.
One thing. Okay, so yesterday I had a meeting.
Oh,
Then
yesterday. I can't.
Then I took her to lunch. But the thing is, Miami traffic is very bad. So we kind of in a 5-minute ride with no traffic, we spent 25 minutes. And she was like, is this? And the restaurant was around Bang, so she recognized the area.
I did.
Muscle memory, it's amazing. Is that what you call it?
I'm not that old. I did. I said, this is...
You're not
we're
that
there,
old.
Bang.
You weren't bifocals.
Don't talk about my bifocal. Don't talk about my bifocal.
We were talking about we just call Clint from Prompt Pass because to say hi.
Yeah.
To say hi. And he said something about
my chain.
I wear a chain around my glasses too. It's an old lady thing. How did age have changed you? Because we are the same age. I'm older than you. I'm 42.
No, I'm older than you.
How old are you?
45.
Okay, you are older than me. You're 45.
Yes.
Was it downhill from 40? I feel that your heel started earlier than mine.
Yeah, probably 38-ish.
Yeah, that's when my heel started.
38 is kind of when I guess, without getting into too much details, that's when like the premenopause symptoms start, and you don't really know what's popping. You just know that like
It's a popping though.
I'm
you
a
stop
train
popping
wreck.
it.
Yeah. I'm a train wreck. I'm
Yeah.
just like, I have no patience for this. I have no patience for that. I'm aggravated all the time. But, like, you don't really know why. You just, like, I'm just becoming a cranky old lady. And then it takes a few years before you realize, oh, ding.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's when it kind of starts. And then everything else starts slipping.
Do you imagine if we were still active in the industry with
We
this
would
crankiness?
no one would work with us. We would only be able to work with each other, and I feel like no one would hire us.
Do you remember one time? Listen, she's so white. So there are certain words in Spanish I don't like to hear, and there are certain words in English I don't like to hear. And she used to call, the male area cock.
which
Oh, yeah,
is
all
a
the
chicken,
time.
a male chicken.
Oh, no.
A male chicken. It's a cock. You know, it's the rooster and there's also the cock. So, and that word to me is so disgusting. And she used to
My
call
favorite
it
word.
that all the time.
All the
And
time.
I'm like, stop it. Like, it gave me nauseous.
Really?
Yes. And you were like, well, I speak English and that's how I say it.
That
And I'm
sounds like something I
could
would
you
say.
please don't? We were doing a thing. It was for Plumper Pass. It was for Plumper Pass.
Was it really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Who was it? I don't remember who it was, but we were doing a scene together. It was a boy, girl, then two solos.
Yeah, remember our solos?
Um,
They were by the pool.
Remember? We were doing a solo. And you guys know how to do girls. So
Oh, she was great at it. It was not uncomfortable at all.
Lexxi was like,
I don't know how we ever got hired for
I
Girl. All we would do is just crack each other up.
oh my
It
God.
was so hard.
But why do we laugh at the dumbest shit? We've been laughing for 2 weeks at this dumbest shit ever.
Yeah, there's stories that if you retell, people are like,
Why?
that's not what. Did I miss something? And it's like, no, it's hilarious. No, they don't get it.
She's super country. She is super American. I am super, yes, you are. I am super Cuban. So we talk about things that is definitely a cultural clash. For example, white people shit. Okay? She does not like Boston Market. When she came to Miami, like one of her first time, I took her to the whitest restaurant I know. It's Boston Market.
It's like you were trying to impress me by knowing my culture, and you took me to Boston Market.
It's Boston. Boston is the United States. It's Boston Market. That's
Okay.
American food.
It is American food. You're
But
not wrong.
she did not like it, so she makes my mom make black beans and she freezes them and she takes them back to Tampa or whatever the hell she lives. And she lives like 7 hours from my house, by the way. And she eats these beans through the whole damn month. And to me, that is so disgusting.
Why?
You freeze beans.
Right. I only unfreeze one at a time.
I know, but they're not fresh. They taste the same. I've never eaten beans or any food that it's like from the other day.
Oh, so you don't do like
We do not do leftovers.
Yeah, that's
so
weird.
it is so crazy to my mom too. She's used to it now, but it's so crazy to my mom that you do that.
Really?
We got used to it already, but it was like
You
she's
just
gonna eat the beans for a month.
Yes.
That is
That's
crazy.
what freezers are for. Freezers are to save food for later.
No.
And ice.
How did you like your stay so far? How was the wedding? How was the experience? How was connecting? For me, it was amazing. It's like we never left.
Oh, let me tell you. I say this about you all
You have
the time.
your own bathroom now.
I do.
You
I
have
do.
your own spot and your own bathroom.
do, like-
Let's start by that. Let's start by that. Let's start by that.
Okay. So this girl like texts me, yo, he's getting married. It's in like 4 days. Can you come? Okay, it was a little longer than 4 days, but it was tight. And I'm like, let me just make sure.
You
Blah,
don't
blah,
know
blah, blah.
shit. Like, what the hell?
No, because my babies. I had to make sure that my babies had a babysitter. And my babies,
You don't have
I mean
kids.
my 3 cats.
Oh my God, you're so white.
Okay, like I need to make sure they're taken care of. I need to make sure that someone could take care of them, took them in at night. So,
You became a cat lady, bro?
of course, do you not see the chain on my glasses?
No, I definitely saw you as a cat lady.
I've always loved cats.
Yeah, so go ahead. So I call you.
So I'm just like, yeah, let me just make sure that, I have somebody available to watch my cats, so on and so forth. So I was like, okay, tell me where they're registered so I can get them a gift, and where the venue is so I can get a hotel near the venue. And she's like, that's fine if you want to stay by yourself. And I was like, well, no, not really, but you only have 1 bathroom.
I live in the same home since I'm freaking 12 or 13. Come forward because you're going too much back.
Sorry.
So you like 12 or 13, like right there. Don't move. So you like going to 12. So you're going to like 12 or 13. Since you're going to like 12 or 13. Since, I was 12 or 13 and I have the same house and I only had 1 bathroom, but now I have 3 bathrooms.
So she comes at me and she's like, bitch, I got 3 bathrooms. I was like, oh, sorry, I don't even know you anymore. It had been 5 years. I did not know that there were 2 bathrooms added since then. So, I mean, you didn't have to be like that hostile about it.
But I
she was
have
like,
improved. I have improved.
Oh my God, the house looks amazing.
The house looks great. I
House
still
looks
have a
amazing.
lot to go.
Nice.
Still need the front, mom's room. Like, you know, I want to extend the kitchen. Like, I want to do things. But I lived in this house, and you've seen my house. Oh my gosh, she said the other day, what the hell do you say? Ants. When the ants.
No.
She is.
Oh.
Listen. This mofo. All right?
Me?
I had little ants coming because I had, like, I think it was condensed milk or sugar or
Yeah,
something.
there's sugar ants.
Sugar ants. And I'm like, oh my God, why these ants? I don't like this. And this mofo said, girl, you had rats before. What is those ants gonna do?
I remember that night so vividly, though. Like, there's a mouse in the kitchen, and someone said mouse, and I was like, that must just mean something else in Spanish, because what are they talking about? And the kids run over. Both the kids were here, and they run over, and they're, like, trying to get under the stove. And I was like, oh, they mean a mouse. Like, legit.
Like Mickey Mouse moms.
And they're trying to, literally, like, sticking a broom under there and trying, and then this mouse, I mean, it was about this big. It wasn't like, you know, a rat. It was a mouse.
Oh, yeah.
Comes running out, and then, like, to the hallway, and someone opens the door and lets it free. Like, bye.
It's a jungle. It's a jungle.
It was crazy.
It's always been crazy in my house. It's always been freaking crazy. I had a dog that bit your face, too.
Yes.
I had a dog that bit your
A
face.
pug. A pug. I absolutely hug every animal that passes my way. I don't care what it is, okay?
That's your problem.
I definitely am that white woman that is going to save. Every animal's my friend.
Yeah, you're the one that raises raccoons. You are that white girl that raises raccoons.
I totally would.
I know.
I totally would if I could just get one to come into my house. But so far, no luck. So, yes, your dog, it's a pug. It's a pug. I have been around so many dogs in my life, okay? I am not scared of dogs by breed or anything like that. I mean, I am small, so sometimes I get a little like, oh man, if this dog turns, I'm in trouble because we're about the same size.
Yeah.
But I'm not afraid of dogs. I'm especially not afraid of a flat-faced pug, okay?
He beat you on your
He
face.
bit me. He bit me because I didn't speak Spanish.
That's something else. She speaks no Spanish at all whatsoever, and she has long conversation with my mother that does not speak English.
We communicate through hand gestures and expressions.
And that's it. And she legit does. So
We do.
I want to tell a story that I'm pretty sure you remember, though.
Hopefully.
I got married. My house caught on fire.
Oh, yes.
It was at the beginning of our relationship. We were not that close as of yet. We were just met somewhere, somehow.
We met originally because you did a pickup scene for
Uh-huh.
Josh Stone.
Uh-huh.
And it was my scene, but you were in the pickup part of it, like where you were, I can't remember exactly how it was set up, but it was something like, I'm going to go pick up my girl.
Where. On South Beach.
Yes.
In a gas station.
And you had your website on the back of the car. And so
I
we were
drove
supposed
an Escalade with my website in the
Yes,
back.
and so we followed you so that we could advertise your website, and then that kind of introduced us. But I mean, it was like
hi, yeah.
It was like a 15-minute pickup. Like, yo, this is my girl. We had never met before.
True.
Like, that was an arranged marriage
What did
right
you
there.
do that day?
And then I did a scene with Josh.
True.
No. The male talent was Lucas that night, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, because then you left.
Yeah.
You were literally just there for the pickup.
Yeah.
And I don't really know how that became this,
I'll tell you how I remember.
but it did.
I'll tell you how I remember. And we never spoke about this. And I'm going to take the opportunity to say it because I tell this story on every single podcast, interview, conversation that I've always been. Things in my life impact me in a different way. Like that I remember because you remind me now, but that's not what I got of you.
Okay.
What I got of you is my house getting caught on fire and me being in this room.
Yeah, this was like a
This was
couple months later.
Yes. This was my bedroom. Remember that
Yes.
I had the bed here and the closet, and
Yes.
this was my bedroom. This
I
was my
remember.
bedroom
I remember that very clearly.
when I was like a kid, and then I had to end up here. And this girl came with boxes
I did. I forgot.
of
forgot about that.
clothes that was definitely working clothes. It was nothing I could wear outside. It was working clothes. And she said the best pickup line ever. She said, there you go, so you could make some money. You could get back up on your feet. To me, that was so amazing.
my
The
gosh.
fact that you understood that I needed that.
I don't remember that. I mean, I remember I went to.
And then you went to a bunch of Goodwills
went
and you
to-
would send me a bunch of shit,
Yeah, yeah,
clothes
yeah.
and clothes all the time.
I remember that because I would go to the stores for myself, and since I'm already here, and I'd see something real sparkly and, I'm like, what size are you again? Or like these really nice shoes that were way too big for me. And I'm like, what size are you again? Because I knew that you were like rebuilding.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, I guess like I don't think anything of that because I'm like, that's just what you do.
It's fine because you didn't think nothing of it. To me, it was like, she gets it.
Yeah, well, because
I don't
you
need
have
a
to go
pair of-
back to work.
I don't need a pair of jeans. I don't
Right.
need a nice dress. I need working clothes so I could make
Right.
money for my family and I could rebuild and rework,
Right. That's what you need. Because I know you were doing some Spanish TV at that time, but you were also still active in the industry. So I know, being in the industry myself, that you can't be like, I brought this outfit. They'll be all like,
Yeah.
no, options. So you have to show up with like a suitcase of options for them to pick like one thing. And if you've just lost everything, how do you rebuild that?
Yeah.
It's very expensive. It's very time consuming
Yep.
because you have to go to this is before,
And we were so,
Temu and all that crap.
broke back then, girl.
Oh, well, I didn't know your financial status, but
I was
still.
so broke back then. Like I legit was.
But you had a kid, and I think your stepdaddy was still living here.
my stepdaddy
and
was still
he
alive.
was not doing well at that time because I remember. So it's just like you had a lot happening, and I mean, I didn't think anything of it. I mean,
And then
it
the
was like
rats in the kitchen.
rats in the kitchen. I mean, oh my god, it was terrible. It was just like a Home Depot sized box. Just
Yes,
stuff.
but that made me. I got back on my feet.
Well, good.
It was you and Sarah. Sarah gave me a box. You gave me a box. And I got back on my feet, and that to me was perfect.
Aw.
It was perfect. I remember another friend of mine gave hubby a pair of shoes.
Right.
I
I didn't care about him.
Yeah. But
I was
like,
like, he'll be fine.
he'll be fine. But like those things I remember. So that's the first memory I have from you, not the.
Not the actual when we met.
No, that's my first memory with you was that. Interesting, right?
Right.
Very interesting.
And because there's a gap there, we must have talked. I wouldn't just randomly send someone stuff.
I don't remember nothing else.
I don't
That was my
remember
first memory with you. That's it. That's it. My first memory with you, and the movie now that I remember, it was Mami Culo Grande, and I did Nat Turner on the Jeep, very famous scenes that I have with him, and you did Homeboy, and you're right.
Yeah.
That was, hey, we have a club right now. Lights go in and out, in and out. Then we went to, then we kept moving. We used to do a whole month in LA.
Oh yeah.
Then we became friends, and then she would come once a week, once a month, a year, or whenever she would be in Miami, she would say, "And where will you sleep?"
Didn't I used to sleep mostly in Eddie's room on his bunk bed? Yes, on his bunk bed. And
She would sleep on my son's bunk bed. Austin Taylor used to sleep on my son's bunk bed too.
when you say bunk bed, you think there's a older people option bunk. It was bunk bed. Like, it was maybe that's more of a loft bed, because I remember he had like a desk or something under there.
He
so
had
there
a
was
desk
no bed.
in the bottom, and on the top it was a twin size little ass bed.
Well,
Well, you fit
I was
there. You're
very
sleeping
little.
right now in a freaking couch in my camper.
A futon.
A futon. No, it's supposed to be the kids' bed. Because it's a dining room that you make into a bed. She's sleeping in the camper right now because I gathered my camper back since my son is a married man. Now the camper is mine again.
I have plenty of space on there too.
Plenty. And
I could sleep like a starfish on that.
I'm
thing.
just using the room as a storage because that room is amazing. I want to get everything out and just start sleeping in that camper again. I love the feel of that camper.
It rocks in the wind.
I love it, and when it rains, the camper is perfect.
It's like rain on a tin roof.
Yes.
It's like
It's perfect. The camper is perfect. Let's talk about the industry. We talked about you got out. Obviously, you got out, but you got out. You really been out. I'm still doing my Only. I'm still doing social media. I'm still, living off it. But you're definitely not in at all whatsoever.
I have nothing.
And we've been putting stuff together, but they always ask me for you all the damn time because of the way that we are with each other. It was very, very fun. What exactly is what made you get out in a way that, to me, it was after I won the AVN. I saw no point after that.
You're like, I've accomplished that goal.
I'm done.
I'm good.
And then the fact that my breast reduction did not come out great.
Yeah.
So I felt uncomfortable. Yeah, this right here messed up my female.
No, I get it. And you're very scrutinized when you're doing those things.
So I decided,
you make any little change, and there's 50,000 people who are going to love it, and then there are, the 10 people who are going to just hate it and drag you through the mud. And, it seems like only those 10 people really get in your head.
Do you feel that the girls right now have a harder time just because of the keyboard warriors? So the things that few people would tell us before, now everybody is, especially with this whole red pill society that we're living in. Do you think they have it harder than we did back then, even though it's more open now?
You know what? I don't know enough about how the industry runs now to really say.
Social media.
Okay, social media, I think that this is a different breed of people. I mean, if I'm being perfectly honest, I think that they are a different breed of people because the people who are coming up now, and let's say they're just getting in, they're 19, 20 years old, they grew up entirely with outreach to people that you don't know. Where when we were kids, you knew people and then you knew of people. Unless you were on TV, no one knew who you were. We didn't have that kind of access like they do now. They've had access like that their whole lives. So I think that they have a different mentality when it comes to that kind of stuff. I think they're probably a lot, it's easier for them to ignore it than it was for us. Where people wouldn't say things to our face. And then when the internet became I can say whatever, it's like, wow, people are so mean. I didn't realize this is how old I am, when the internet was invented. I didn't realize that people were like that. But I think maybe the younger girls, they are, I hope.
It's normal to them.
I hope it's easier on them because it seems like it could be really bad.
Yeah, it's normal to them. Do you have your phone with you?
It's over there.
Oh my God, of course the phone is over there. You wrote a bunch of things you wanted to talk about.
Do you want me to go get it?
No, the producer could go get it.
Producer!
Go get it.
No, it's right there. Where's he going?
It's where?
It's on the shelf.
But where?
Next to the shoes. There's a phone. Should be the only phone there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oi, oi, oi.
Ay, Dios mío.
Ay, Dios mío.
Through this whole week, she had made a list of things she wants to clear out or discuss.
I don't know what half these notes are, though. I just put one word things. We put Walmart 24 hours.
Okay, so the other day I was bored and she was bored and it was a little rainy and I said, okay, let's go to Walmart because that's, what.
That's what you do.
That's what she does. I'm assuming country people fun is Walmart. And we realized that Walmart, it's not 24 hours anymore. No. And I was extremely pissed off because I don't buy at Walmart ever.
Right.
I do Amazon because I don't like to get out of my house.
Right.
Nor I have the time. So we realized that, she knew, I didn't, that Walmart, it's not 24 hours anymore. And I almost it brought me to tears. It brought me down, you guys have no idea, because things are changing so much that How many people lost their job because Walmart is not 24/7?
That's true.
How many people are bored at home because Walmart is not 24/7? What happens if a mother that works at nighttime and have to sleep in the day needs to go and get something? Where do they go to get stuff?
I
if
don't even
Walmart
know.
is closed?
I don't even know, because that's what I was thinking of. Because, like, I had overnight jobs the majority of my life, prior to in the industry.
We did. We work at Walgreens, both of us.
Right. So I was an overnight manager for years and years and years. And if you think that I'm going out between the hours of 7 a.m. and
3.
not even 8 or 8 p.m., like, I'm at home. Like, that's my 7 p.m. to 8 a.m.
Yeah.
It's just flipped, So, like, I need places to be open late. Or I need places, like, on my day off, I'm awake super late because I stay up all night on other nights.
So you try to do those things.
So you went to Walmart, you went to play. There used to be in Tampa, I remember there used to be a 24-hour Home Depot, which I thought was so smart, because ask me if anything important in your house breaks at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Listen.
Never.
Listen, Home Depot over here was 24 hours. What happened to 24-hour stores and why did they stop? This is pissing me off. This new generation is having a horrible life. Next topic.
They're having a horrible life. Okay, then I put getting high in the car.
Okay.
I don't remember this.
So, she took a medicine for her neck.
This is why I don't remember.
She took a medicine for her neck, and I was sleepy. Or I don't remember if I had taken my sleeping candy yet. And we drove.
We did?
We did. Well, I did. You didn't.
Where did we go?
I don't remember how the hell we ended up in it. Where the fuck we went?
We're writing things down and we can't remember what we did, where we
What
went.
else is next? I don't remember what. I told you specifically to write them exactly how we wanted to.
Then we put tits.
Yes, we both have reductions, and they grew back.
Yes.
So I'm doing the bathroom, and she is she was showering, and so I went in because
Of course.
I needed to
Because
pee.
there's no privacy in this house.
Let's talk about that.
About how everyone just walks around without their clothes on all the time, or in their just like little tight underwear. I guess that's the end of it. That's the end of the discussion. That's what happens.
So she was showering, and I went in to pee because I needed to go in to pee. That's what it is. Yeah. So I just did, and it's perfectly normal in my house.
I'm not offended.
But she has always, it's not a complaint, she has always pointed out how my family, it's in underwear all the time. Underwear all the time. Every single male in this house.
Yes.
Even my married son that she knows.
He was just out the other day in his, like, and he's got that big old butt, and so, like, like, his underwear, like, barely fit, and I was like, bro, you are stretching it. Like, can you go back to your apartment, please? Because I'm, like,
Yeah.
I don't see you like that, and you shouldn't let me see you like that.
I know, but like to us it's perfectly normal
I know.
to me. No?
I
The
know.
little one is in underwear all the time.
All
The
the
big
time.
one is even JP, even my husband is in underwear.
I've yet to see him in underwear on
Oh
this
my
trip.
God, you used to not on this trip. You say
On
on this
this
trip
trip.
because it's very far away from you now. But before, when the bathroom was there and our room
Yes.
was there, he was,
Yes, yes.
or the towel with no shirt.
I just feel okay because like I feel like I'm a guest, and I feel like
Okay, that's why you run.
right. I haven't really accepted that you accept me as not a guest. Like I see it as I'm a guest, and I'm like infringing on their privacy. And maybe I should leave so that they can be as naked as they want to be. Like that's how I feel. Like should I walk away? Because like I don't, and they're just like, no, it's fine. And I just haven't quite. I'm like, are you sure it's okay? It's more like it's on me. It's not on you guys. It's all on me. I'm just like, I don't know if
What to do with
Yes,
this
yes.
nudity?
like I feel like should I just go to my room?
Everybody here is just freaking butt naked all the time. What's the next thing we wrote? These are all things that have happened and we discussed this week.
Cuba. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that.
So I make breakfast every morning. It's one of my favorite things to do. And I make pancakes every morning for my mom. My mom does not make pancakes. So I'm the one who does. And since she's here, I have made bacon, bread, eggs, and a pancake for both of us and for my mom. Only pancakes because that's what she likes. So I'm making this breakfast while she is telling me everything's good in Cuba, right?
Everything's good.
Everything's perfect. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? And where is this coming from? And then she's like, yeah, you can travel now. Like, there's things and people.
Right.
Her imagination, Cuba was perfectly fine. There's no communism or there's no dictatorship. Fidel died already. Like it's fine, right?
It's over.
It's over. And
I feel so stupid.
you guys know how I feel about this, right? So I'm trying to explain this girl, and at the same time, I'm not trying to curse her out or call all my very political friends and for them to bitch at her or something. Like, I am really trying to to hold it together and explain to this white woman from Bumble Hell that she keeps listening to conversations on TV that no. Just because Fidel died, that don't mean anything to that country. So we had to go through a whole explanation whether I didn't get offended or I didn't get pissed off. I just thought that, and that's when we're gonna go, that we were talking this morning about every single American things that something that is very American is to work with the Constitution of the United States under you to every single country that you go. No, the Constitution ends when you leave this country. American people, and I'm blaming myself for this because I'm definitely a Karen outside of the United States because until I started traveling a lot more and I realized that, whoa.
Right, this doesn't fly in other countries. This is not how it is.
I got no rights in another country. So it's very Americanized to think that things work the same way they work in this country everywhere else.
Yeah. Yes.
So that was your bad.
It was. I admitted it, and I felt really bad that I didn't know more than I should have known.
You shouldn't. It's a country that has nothing to do with you. I mean, unless you want to be educated about certain things, you know?
Then you can't just select one country. You need to know about every country, and there's a lot of countries. So, yeah, you're right. I don't have time to do all that. Okay. But it was still embarrassing.
I
felt bad.
A little, you should.
I felt bad. Oh, then I put corset, then voted for Trump.
Oh, my
These are the notes I take. Corset, then voted for Trump.
So she comes with a beautiful dress. This was an option, but I said not for the wedding. And she wore something that it was very tight, that her body, because she's tiny, but her body is ridiculous. She's amazing. And
insert picture.
Right? The dress needed a corset. And she didn't have one. So I gave her one. Believe it or not, we are the same size. Believe it or not, we are the same size. Okay? We always been.
Yeah.
We always been this. I'm just taller. So
I'm a compact version. If you take your measurements, compact it down about 9 inches.
Yep, that's how it is. It's always been like that. So my son's wedding, and she wore this corset. I think it was from like 1 that I left. I left at 1. I left at 1 until you had it at 1. All the way until like 11 o'clock at nighttime.
All day. I had to eat in it twice. I had to drink in it. I had to sit there and listen to people do a wedding entirely in Spanish.
Which, by the way, only 2 people in that wedding spoke Spanish.
Spoke English.
English. Spoke English. Only 2.
The entire thing was in Spanish. Then I had to sit at the table. And then I had to ride in the car. And it was way out by the alligators. But I'll tell you, I know I was pretty drunk, but I remember getting to that parking lot and be like, take this off.
She got so messed up in the wedding. She drank the whole bar. She was white girl loose.
Well, why did you invite a white girl if that's not what you wanted?
Listen, it was open bar, and I'm telling you, this girl I've never, in the years that I've been with her, never seen her this freaking wasted. Very wasted. Everybody was like, white girl is wasted. Everybody was telling me, your friend is wasted. Your friend is wasted. In the middle of the parking lot, she lifted her freaking dress And my husband had to take the shit off because at that moment,
I was done.
it was impossible to come all the way here to find out that my son voted for Donald Trump.
I find this out the next day. The next day she tells me he voted for Trump. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? I drove 7 hours, wore a corset, okay, and that tight dress all day to support him who supports Trump. I don't even know him.
You don't even know. I don't even know him, girl. I don't even know him. But that's his right.
No, 100%. I was just about to say, and anybody out there who voted for Trump, that is, that's what America's about. It's about
But
voting for
he's
who
our
you choose.
president already. Like, we have to deal with it. You know what it is about politics? People fall in love. Coming from Cuba, where people fell in love with Fidel Castro, I tell to myself I will never fall in love with any president because I saw the Cubans, the mistake that they made.
Yes.
So the fact that I don't care who I do care who the president is, obviously, because it affects us.
Of
But
course.
I don't care. We still have to respect it. The country still have to go and do what it gotta do, no matter who the president is. And I think that not only for citizens, but also for politicians, I think it's better to, now we're already here, let's just
100%.
freaking deal with it and work together, because if he's a good president, I am going to be benefited from.
Oh, 100%.
So that's something that I don't like about this country lately. It's like, oh, it's not my guy, it's not my president. No.
Yeah, no, I'm not one of those. I'm not. It is.
But you were offended that you couldn't breathe for my Trump voter's son.
just because, I just didn't know. I'm just like, wait, what? It just wasn't what I expected to hear you say.
What excuse he gave you?
What? Well, multiple ones. Which one do you want me to remember? I think he said.
She said, you are in the education system voting for Trump?
He's teacher. Never, Republicans do not put that much into education. That's a Democratic thing. Seriously. And he's just like, I'm a teacher.
You are so hurt about
I
that.
am. Because I don't want them to take away, his job.
He's a teacher. I think that the only low-paying job that is safe is his.
Well, maybe. But they might cut back. You never know.
I guess he'll vote Democrat.
No,
next
he
time.
won't. He won't. And that's his right. That's his right. I was just like, I thought I knew this kid. I thought we had, things in common.
That's what happened when you miss 5 years of his life.
I should have
He
heard-
becomes a Trump voter.
He becomes a hardcore Republican.
No one in my family, listen, all my family is Republican. I'm the only one independent that have voted both.
Right.
So it's not like he doesn't have another view. It's just that's his view. And we do not make you vote. We never agree on anything in this family. Never agree on anything. You see how we are. We fight about everything. Going to support each other, we're fighting because we don't like what you're doing. But we're going to support you. So we're weird. So let me have the, what else?
I was looking for any excuse to be mad about the corset, really. That was the perfect excuse. FaceTime. This is the thing, okay? This is a thing. Listen. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, okay? But I'm telling you.
I just feel myself. Very normal.
I am telling you. I have never, ever seen so many adult people use FaceTime as I have in South Florida. So why are you, and they use it everywhere. Everywhere.
I can't.
Are you okay?
Yes,
Are you okay?
we have Publix in the supermarket.
Exactly. We're a Burlington coat factory with a 9-mile line. Every person is either FaceTiming someone on speaker or scrolling through reels on speaker. And no one thinks this is rude. Everyone's just like, yeah, that's what you do. I have never, ever seen this in my life. Maybe it's a big city thing. Maybe it's a Miami thing. I'm telling you, no. Kids use FaceTime, and by kids, I mean people under 25, basically.
My mom is 68
And she's FaceTime. You guys don't even call each other anymore. You only FaceTime. guys, like, do you miss their face that much? Like,
I don't know. My sister calls. My sister gets out of work at 7 or 6 or whatever the hell the time she gets out of work, and she legit calls on FaceTime every day.
That's like,
while she's driving. That's a thing. Like,
it's
I'm
not
putting.
that it's wrong. It's just like, it's wild because like I
Like,
don't see
I
this.
put makeup every morning. I come and I make myself, and that's the time that I used to FaceTime my friends that I need something to say to, or that anybody, like, that's just what we do. And then she's mad because we put the FaceTime on the little shopping cart and we walk around with FaceTime, but that's just what it is.
I'm not mad. It's just like
It's
wild. It's wild. I never, if I was anywhere in the country and I'm in the store and I've got something on speaker or anything like
people
that,
will look at you weird.
people will call you out and tell you, like, no one wants to hear your conversation. Like, that's
So
how,
don't listen to
that's
it.
how us white people talk to each other. Like, we just talk to each other like we have all got
So
guns.
don't listen to it. Listen, I could be anywhere, and it's not high either. You're just paying attention because it's random to you. But like, I don't listen what the other. It might be Spanish.
Right. And you guys are really good at ignoring that.
I might be a Spanish thing, but we don't listen to what everybody else. We just focusing on ours.
That's like amazing that, like, no, everybody does that. Everybody just ignores everybody else. And I'm like, you guys are amazing at ignoring all of this. Because I don't know, I was never trained how to do that. Because, like, I'm hearing everyone's in like a collective, you know,
Everybody's
audio
conversation.
Yes. And I'm like, how is it, like, what is happening?
Oh
And
my
it's just
God, that
so
is
normal.
such a culture clash.
It is. It's weird stuff like that you don't realize is different. And, you know, one's not wrong or right. It's just that, like, you go somewhere and you're like, wow, am I the weird one? Like, because this
Right
is...
here, you're the weird one. Down
Well,
here,
of
you're the weird
course,
one.
because obviously that's the norm here.
That here, you're the weird one. I call my friend that you know him. I don't think that we have ever.
Spoken with just your voice.
We always speak FaceTime.
That's so... Let me tell you. Okay, last year, remember I sent the kids some white people candy.
Oh my God. So she has like a care package, like my kids are military in Iraq or something. And she sends them this random stuff. And she's,
Always from white people stores.
what is the white people candy that is
I send a lot of saltwater taffy. They really like saltwater
taffy is the whitest candy you could ever eat in your life. That tastes like nothing.
And
It tastes like your chicken.
not only is it super white, but I get it from a store called Rural King, which sells farm and tractor equipment. Yeah.
Country American on
Yeah,
top of
we
that.
call it the cowboy store. Like, that's our nickname for it because it's where you get cowboy stuff. You can buy a gun, you can get cowboy boots, you can get, like, Dickie overalls, you can get taffy, you can get dog food, you can get a plow.
Can you marry your
You
cousin
can
there
get
too?
you can get a pig. They sell like pigs and chickens and ducks, and they don't have a section yet for family weddings, but I'm sure it's coming because it's very. So I love you, Rural King. You had the best price on birdseed. So
She say bird.
birdseed.
Seeds.
Yes, it's the best price on birdseed. So I send them.
Who feeds birds? You
I
just
do.
put all bread in there and they eat
They
it.
get birdseed from the Rural King. Ay, what's wrong with you? So I send them the package last year, and they get it, and then of course they're like, instead of just being like text like a normal person, thank you very much for the white people candy. Hope you're doing well. No, I'm getting FaceTime.
That's normal.
And then I'm FaceTiming with your son, and then next thing I know, you can three-way FaceTime?
Yes, you can. You can do as many FaceTime
Yes,
as you
'cause
can.
then the other one calls in, and now my face is on this phone, and I was not prepared for anyone to see my face.
and then she worries so much about it.
I do. Maybe
Like-
that's why I don't use FaceTime.
Then she worries so much about it, like it's not like
I
we're
know,
doing
they don't care.
It's not an interview in CNN. What are you talking about? We're not doing a reality show. We're FaceTiming. Every time you call her on FaceTime, she has to go like this. Like, who does that? Like,
people who don't use FaceTime all the time.
like who
That's why.
cares?
That's why, because we don't use
That's
FaceTime.
why you are whiter than a freaking sweet potato.
Sweet potatoes are not white. Potatoes are white.
No, listen. Today we had a conversation, and I don't know what. Let me see. I'm gonna see what the conversation was about. I know I don't quite remember because I say a lot of things to her all the time.
And it's always about me being white.
Okay, the expensive car situation. The expensive car
No,
situation.
that was before that, because we were at the car wash.
I just said that she was whiter than sweet potato. For me, the most American thing is
What's
a
that
sweet potato. Nobody else eats sweet potato but freaking American people, okay? Only American people eat sweet potato. And in Spanish, it's called papa americana.
I
Una
did not
papa
know
americana.
any of this.
So she comes to tell me sweet potatoes are not grown in America. And I'm like, that's my country accent, by the way. Sweet potatoes ain't grown in America. And I'm like, yes, they are. And potatoes come from Idaho because
That I
they're
knew.
the Idaho potatoes.
Correct. That I knew.
Where the hell sweet potatoes are grown at?
Apparently, North Carolina,
Thank you very much.
Mississippi, and California.
Nothing more American than that.
How did I not know this though? Like I lived in North Carolina
I'm a
for 6
chiquita
years.
banana. I'm a chiquita banana. You are a sweet potato. If we were...
I just don't. Okay, if you say name something that an American loves,
Sweet potatoes.
I would not pick sweet potato. You know what I would pick?
Guns.
Well, yes, of course. But if it had to be food, I would say ranch dressing. Americans love ranch dressing.
Americans love sweet potatoes. That is the
They
most...
do?
Yes, that is so un-American. When I think of an American person, I imagine them wearing camo with a Trump hat, big
Couple
old
guns.
gun.
Couple guns.
No, big old gun,
Yeah, some guns.
right?
Right.
Eating-
A bald eagle.
Eating sweet potato. Wait. With marshmallows.
Oh, no.
Yes, they do that.
I know. Every Thanksgiving, it's there. I know. The sweet potato casserole.
This is how I eat my sweet potato. I make it. I'm gonna make you one. I make it, and then I put a bunch of like chili and shit. Like I do it like a baked potato. But anyway, let's not talk about sweet potato. We're talking about cars. Cars are very expensive. I was driving a $52,000 car today, which is supposed to be $20,000. What the hell do I drive? What's the car I drive?
A Honda?
Is that what I drive?
Wait, which one? The little one or the big car?
Not the red, not the green, the white one.
It's a Honda Civic, I thought.
A Honda Civic. So, that car used to be like $999.
For sure.
It used to be like $10,000, and right now it's super expensive.
Ridiculous.
Like I was driving $52,000, and that's a down payment for a freaking house.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like a 1-bedroom, 1-bath house. That's because houses are really expensive too.
No, just the down payment.
Right.
No, you can do 50 on a $500,000.
Can you really?
Yeah, down here.
I already have a house. I don't
Anyway,
check the market.
what are we what are we missing from?
From our great list that I made here. Oh, okay. We already covered everyone's in underwear.
Yeah.
Spending money on vets, because you gave me a hard time about that. On veterinarian bills.
Listen. She does have kids. She already established she's a cat lady. Okay?
And birds, obviously, because you made fun of me for buying bird seed.
She spends money on veterinarios. I'm talking about she spent thousands, like
Yes.
$3,000, $4,000 on a cat.
Yes.
You could buy another cat for that amount of money.
I don't buy cats. I find them.
You do not spend so much money on cats. Why you spend money on vets? Just Google what information. The cat has the flu, give him Robitussin or something. Like, it's a cat. Yo, what is wrong with American animals that they get so sick? Human animals, I never took fucking my dog Mina to a damn a vet. A vet? What is that? That's for expensive animals like horses.
No, my dogs, they all go to the vet.
Trust me, I had dogs that I understand, but I'm like, that should not, no.
Well,
You did a surgery on a cat.
she had a blood clot.
A cat that had a blood clot.
She had a blood clot, and she was like losing her she was becoming paralyzed. And so I had to save her life because I love her.
A blood clot on a cat, y'all.
Yes.
There are people that are getting denied cancer treatment.
Well, it wasn't
I hope
cheap.
your cat didn't get United Health.
Unfortunately, she had no insurance.
So
mommy had to pay.
A cat, bro. The cat had a blood clot and she went to a vet and paid a whole operation that could have done a facelift with.
Hold on. We had a dog that had a lung removed. At the University of Florida Veterinary Hospital. So we had to drive the dog all the way up there because only 2 vets in the whole state would do this surgery.
And there's actually vets that would say, let me just remove a lung from a dog.
No, they're definitely not going to. They would just be all like, you probably need to put the dog down because there's nothing I can do.
But yet, I have this Amex that you can do it. Oh my God, the vet just became a freaking dog surgeon.
Yep. And so they removed her lung, and she was better for 2 weeks until it filled with fluid, and she died.
And you lost all...
$7,000.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. And then you're bitching about car prices.
It wasn't my dog.
You spent $7,000.
In my household, this happened.
Pedro.
Exactly, not me. I'm just like, I don't think this is worth the money. But he said it was.
That is crazy.
It was crazy. It was crazy. If my cat cost $7,000, I would.
That's like half of a private school for a kid.
I couldn't spend that much. I love my cats to death, but there comes a time when you say, "This is."
Die.
They don't have enough life left.
Die.
Yeah, they don't have enough life left to constitute this price. You know.
I know.
But yes, that's definitely something that us white people do. We spend a lot of money on our animals.
Listen, Latinos, we don't do that. We got 7,000. I could feed half of my neighborhood in Cuba with that.
True. And I should be more socially conscious.
No, you should not. It's your money. You're American. You know,
that's exactly where I'm going with it. But you know what? Nah.
Do you really think that people should be socially? But if you make the money, I'm bitching at you because obviously I have the confidence to do it, and but whatever. Do you really think that we have to be socially whatever with people? Because I hate when they say, I hate when people say, oh, she should have been spending that money on poor people. But why, if you work for it, why do I have to give my money to, I help people, and I help people a lot, and I don't do videos, look, I'm helping, no. But when I want to do something, or when a rich person, F me that I don't have money, when a very rich person wants to do something good for themselves, I think it's stupid to show it on social media. I think it's very sorry of you. You're very poor-minded if you do that. But if a rich person wants to do something, who cares?
I mean,
they work for the money.
If it makes you happy to be socially conscious and send your money to charities, if that's what makes you happy, then I think that's what you should do. But I don't think that you should expect that from everybody, because you don't know everybody's upbringing. You don't know everybody's, how hard they work to get to where they are. And, it's not about that. You worked for it. It's your money.
I just hate when we don't have to be socially conscious for nothing.
Sure.
We don't. As long as you're not making decisions or taking something from somebody that really needs it, and it's like, oh my God, he needs it. You don't have to. I don't feel that you have to.
No, I think it depends on the person.
Yeah. It's not an obligation. I do it because I feel good about myself, but I don't have to. And when I don't do it, and that's it.
Right. We can't give every day.
No, because I don't have to give every day.
I get it.
Let's talk about the industry. We were supposed to change, but I feel that we look so cute that we're just going to do this shit with this outfit. Right? Maybe open... What? No, that doesn't...
It doesn't look... They're fake.
Okay. What's fake?
They're fake. The buttons.
Ah, because that's not fake.
The buttons are fake. The titties are real.
Her tits grew a lot. Your breast is ridiculous right now. I saw you. It's humongous. It's very, very big. It's humongous.
Ridiculous.
And I feel that you need another
reduction.
You need another reduction.
Send money.
You say you're not in the industry. Do you have an Only?
I don't have anything, but they can send you money and say this is for her boob job.
I'm not giving it to you. They send it to me. I'm paying taxes on it. I'm staying with it. I am staying with it. Okay.
Never mind then.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much for being here. We are going to do a second part of this show, which you're gonna be able to see. Follow my social media because you have none, so you can find out where are you gonna be able to see it. And we're gonna talk about things we cannot talk about in regular social media. So stay tuned.